what's up? It's your boy Agostino back in with another bite-sized bit of information. So, I'm sure you guys have seen Jose Mourinho's going absolutely mad. He's pointing and firing at every single Man United player in that squad, apart from Matic and Romelu Lukaku. Strange. Okay, but he's targeted his ire at Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is now the person that Mourinho feels best represents the lack of professionalism and winners in the Man United squad. Ever since Mourinho's come into Manchester United, he's always had his doubts about Luke Shaw's temperament. He doesn't necessarily think he's the man that he wants in his club. Now, I'm a little bit perturbed by it because I think it's Mourinho kind of projecting his own sense of machismo onto a player who necessarily isn't that kind of person, right? Luke Shaw, for lack of a better word, doesn't come across as a man's man, right? So I think that, coupled with the fact that he needs a manager who can put his arm around him, and Mourinho isn't that kind of manager. Mourinho's the kind of manager who will only put his arm around you when he sees you giving 125%. If he doesn't see that, he's just going to discard you and you're not ready. That's probably the main reason why he gets a lot of stick for not playing young players, because in his head, he sees young players the same way he'd see a CR7 or a Lionel Messi. You have to be ready when you are called to play. There is no blooding you into a team, getting you acclimatized, putting you on a bench, making you feel comfortable. He wants winners and he wants them now. Unfortunately for Luke Shaw, he's joined Man United during our transition stage when we've not quite got the squad to kind of, accommodate his weaknesses. So at the moment, it's looking like this is the end of Luke Shaw and Mourinho's going to kind of win this battle. But I think going forward, it has to be a bit of a concern for the players in that squad to see Mourinho pouring all his angst at a player like Luke Shaw, who's got obvious potential, who can obviously do something well in the team, and for some reason allowing a player like Marouane Fellaini, who's obviously not that talented at football, who probably shouldn't be playing for Man United, and consistently picking him in big games, relying on him as a player, as a person. As a Man United player, you have to be a little bit worried about that, like what's Mourinho's actual motive? Is he actually disappointed with Luke Shaw as a player, or is he using Luke Shaw as a signalling to other players in the squad that if you don't pull your weight, I don't care how talented you are, I don't care who signed you, I'm going to get rid of you. So it's a shame. Luke Shaw's probably going to leave. We're not going to see him again playing for Man United for a long, long time. And I'm a bit disappointed because I know the next club he's going to go to, he's going to absolutely kill it. You know for sure he's going to kill it. Play consistently, get his fitness back on track. He's definitely going to be good enough to play for another top Premier League side. But personally, even for Luke Shaw, this must feel fucking disgusting. Imagine hearing your manager publicly slate you like that, then the England squad get announced and you don't even get picked, and Ashley Young gets picked ahead of you, who's not even a left back, right? A converted winger who's not left footed gets picked ahead of you to play at fullback. Tough position to be in, but I guess that's the price you pay for joining one of the biggest clubs in the world. On paper, let me say, because on our recent achievements and when we've been conducting ourselves, we don't really look like a top team, but it could change. You never know. But hey, Luke Shaw, it was good to know you. I guess you're done now. Mourinho, chill the fuck out and just, get us back to winning ways and maybe look at yourself a little bit. Mourinho's pointing a finger at everyone else except for himself. He's pointing a finger at the club, the board, our lack of signings, the players that he's had to inherit. It's everything but him. He can't accept that maybe his pragmatic way of managing a football club it might be outdated. Now, it might not be outdated in the long run, but for Pacific games, you can't be going to Pacific stadiums or Pacific games like we did against Seville in the Champions League and playing to catch them on a break. It's a Seville side that weren't as good as they were in the past. Yes, they have a long and storied European history, as Mourinho was at pains to remind us about. But they're not Seville of old. Come on, man, let's go there and attack. We play for the draw, we play for the 1-0, and then we got punished on the way back. So we can't do that going forward. We're a big team. We've got to bring it to teams. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully Mourinho hopefully this kind of galvanizes the squad. I don't think it will. I think it will split opinion the same way it split opinion across social media. But let's see. He knows more than me. What do I know? I'm just a young boy living in Stratford.